So yes, I've started ELA prep. Good morning, guys. It is Tuesday morning, yes. And I'm just sitting in bed because I decided this morning, since I got this Clever Fox planner, I wanted to just wake up and write down my plans for the day. That's something that I've never done. Like I said, I usually keep everything bottled up inside my head and try to remember it all. So I thought it would be nice to just clear my brain, write down everything I want to accomplish for the day. This is definitely a goal planner. I feel like it's very personal and I wouldn't use it for school unless you had goals for students maybe. But let me show you what I put down. Okay, so first of all, since there's 3 different bookmarks, I bookmarked the first thing. So I set up my monthly calendar here. I filled in when I went to New Jersey. There's different things that I know that are going on. And then our big beach trip I'm really excited about. So put that in there. Don't know anything else. Don't really have any other plans though, which is nice. Over on the side here, there's habits to adopt. So I want to plank every day. I noticed as I'm losing weight, I need to build more of that muscle, and I know planking every day, for some reason, somewhere I read that's good for you. So I started yesterday, and then I also still have that habit to adopt of making my bed every day. I have every day since I got this quilt. So skills to learn, I could probably put in there ELA curriculum. Things to avoid, places to go, people to see. So I could actually go ahead and fill that in more right now. But then at the bottom, this month's goals, I have finish math prep, read the ELA standards, do some ELA prep because that's something I'm not too sure about since I haven't taught ELA, and I don't want to make things that won't be useful. So I'll probably make task cards and stuff. I want to lose 10 more pounds at least. And then this side, it has this month's wins and how I'll improve next month. So that's something you fill out after the month is over. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill in some stuff here and then I'll show you the next section. Okay, so I added skills to learn ELA curriculum, things to avoid sleeping in because I feel like that just throws my whole day off. And I like to get things accomplished. Places to go, New Jersey, which we've already done, and we're going to the beach. People to see, my fam and James' fam, which we've already done a good job of, so that's good. I wanted to add in a food, I could probably say beverages, to avoid. Because every time I go home to New Jersey, I get off track from Weight Watchers, but I mean, when I'm in North Carolina and home, I'm fine. So I'm just going to leave it at that for now. So I'll put my bookmark back, and it looks like this green one is coming out a little bit, so we'll flip it. So the next section is all about a look at the week. So I think what my plan is, unless I have actually something to do, which, I mean, I can fill out what I need to do in the calendar in advance, and then I think I'm going to come do this section day by day. So I have 2 things that I put to work on for today. Check target for the ABC erasers and finish my Blair Turner centers. Those are my 2 goals for today, which are very simple goals. And then over here, this week's main goal is to finish math prep because I want to start ELA stuff. I also put that I want to go to the gym every day because I'm just really trying to get back into the swing of things and get as fit as I can until, before the gym. And my reward if I achieve it is feel accomplished. It's not like I deprive myself from dessert or deprive myself from Chipotle or my favorite foods, and I don't really feel like buying myself clothes right now. So feeling accomplished is a great reward. And then I have priorities over here. So I guess this is where you can list your goals, and then the biggest one you want you could put over here. Maybe that's what I'll do next week. But obviously math prep my only focus. A spot for notes, and then down here I have a personal to-do list. So I have my games for gain centers, and I put a little box so I can kind of use this as a checklist, which is what I did over here too. My Blair Turner centers, my Magic of Math. It's not centers, but I need to prep things to do with the activities. So even though I'm not really planning my lessons, because I decided I'm going to hold off from that, just because I don't want to get too ahead of myself and then it not work out. I don't know. But I still know the pacing, so I can prep the things that I'm interested in using for my lessons. And then over here, I really, really like habits and skills. Make my bed every day, check on Monday. Plank every day, check on Monday. And use my planner every day. And then at the bottom, again, at the end of the week, this week's wins and how I'll improve. So I really, really like this because it's so goal-oriented and it's something that I really need right now. And then the last section is just pages and pages of notes, which I wish they kind of put a little bit less. Actually, you know what? I could use this as more day-by-day stuff. So if I go back to my week at a glance, like, because this isn't very much space, so I can go ahead and like set this up for today and just put all my thoughts down from today. That's what I do with this section, because there is a ton of this paper and that's all that's left in the book. So, cool. I'm excited. Well, my hair's already up for the day because it's just easier that way. But it is 10:08 and I just took the time while I was partially cooking my breakfast, partially kind of eating it, to print out the rest of the Blair Turner centers. I got to skip a few, maybe only one actually, because with the new North Carolina standards, it doesn't talk about line plots. So I didn't print stuff out for line plots. So now I'm gonna have myself a little laminating party while I finish up my breakfast, and I also need to make a phone call to the bank, and I'm gonna watch Bachelorette from last night. So I'm really frustrated right now because I just had to get a new credit card because there was like weird transactions on my account. So I went through the process of canceling my card and getting a new one and switching all my accounts over. Well, it happened again on my new card and I don't understand. So now I have to cancel my brand new card and do this whole thing again. Switch to the next clip and I am so much happier. It's been almost 2 hours, but I've had everything laminated and cut. I have some cards in here that go with the game, and then these are 2 larger task card sets that I'm going to put in my photo cases, so I kept those separate. I did come across a measurement of mass and volume, I think. The old, like the Common Core standards for 3rd grade were a bit confusing because when I read the new North Carolina standards, I compared them to the old ones and like wrote down the differences so I would know where the veteran 3rd grade teachers were coming from and what it was changing to and what I specifically taught when I student taught, since I student taught 3rd grade. So the standard about measurement was so unclear, and looking at the center bundles I have, from what I understand, I feel like 3rd grade used to do just metric. However, I've had conversations with 3rd grade teachers who've talked about doing both. And now with the new standards, it's just customary. I'm not really sure, but I printed out by accident a metric task card set that I obviously don't need. So along the way of making these centers, I've made a few mistakes. Most of my mistakes were putting my paper in the printer and printing the wrong thing on the wrong color, which it's not really a mistake, but I was just trying to do it a certain way. So I think I've wasted less than 10 pages, which is awesome. But I have everything prepped for the Blair Turner bundle. I'm going to finish watching The Bachelorette. I have 24 minutes, and then I'm going to sort this stuff into my Iris scrapbooking cases. The 2 center bundles I have are basically prepped, except for the NBT stuff from Games for Gains, which goes up to 10,000, so I have to kind of look into that. I know someone commented on my previous video that in Texas, 2nd grade goes up to 1,200, which, first of all, Texas has the tech standards, but also, I think when I was reading, I'm pretty sure 2nd grade goes up to 1,000 as well. With the extent of what 3rd grade brings to these kids, I don't want to push them too much, you know? Like, it doesn't hurt at all to teach them that stuff, and when they know 1,000 is the place value, it doesn't really mess it up. So I could use those, and I probably, actually, now that I'm thinking of it, like, it's all numbers that are in the 1,000 place value. They're just higher. I feel like MBT also isn't as much of a focus in 3rd grade than it is in 4th grade and 2nd. 4th and 2nd is where they like learn the most about it. So it's more of just like a review and expanding on their knowledge. So I think what I'm going to do is just laminate those centers and just have them, because it's the kids being able to say the numbers, look at them in word form, say what place value each number is in. So they'll be okay. Guys, I totally just figured out what those suspicious charges were on my credit card. The car wash. It wasn't someone else that had my card. It was me. Oh my gosh. It's like one of those car washes where you like pay at the machine and it's just like automated. So it must be like from this company in a different state that's been like coming up and charging me. But I specifically asked my bank, sorry, I'm in the middle of laminating. I specifically asked my bank, I was like, no other like charges, like say the specific address they're coming from. Well, some of them do, but not all of them, you know? They just say like the company. Well, this one specifically says the address or the state and city. And I'm like, I don't go there. Like, I've never been there. It makes no sense. And the charges started after my trip to New Jersey last time. So I thought like someone took my credit card at a gas station and just went somewhere else in that state and used it. Nope. It was me. So basically I just got 4 free car washes because my bank gave me the money back for all of them. But I mean, it's their fault because I specifically asked them. I was like, I know it says it's in this state, but can you give me like the exact location where these charges are being made? That would make so much more sense. I don't know if that's even possible to be able to do, but it would have made everything a lot clearer and saved the bank their money and saved me all these new credit cards. But it's okay. It's fine. I'll wait for my new credit card and I'll reset all my payments again. But at least I figured out that I'm not being scammed or people don't have my information, which is a good feeling. I don't even know how that like revelation came to be, but I'm currently laminating the MBT from Games for Gains, the ones that go up to 10,000, whatever, and then I'll be done with the Math Center bundles. That's awesome, guys. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is put these 2 sets of task cards into containers here. These are my ones from last year. I took out all the stuff that was in them and I gave them to my mentor because she's teaching math next year. So since I had them made and since I didn't need them, I just passed them along to her. And I never really filled all of these up. And I kind of had a bunch of random things in them. Like I've shown you in my Iris containers, I've put a bunch of little cards in Ziploc baggies, and I'm just going to save this specifically for task cards that I'm going to use for Math the Room. Guys, I'm gonna cry. I thought these task cards were so easy to cut out because I didn't have to cut out the sides, and they're too big for the containers. Oh no. I don't even know what to do right now. All right, so over there is the pile of like mess ups or things that I don't need. And then as you can see, I have my containers just thrown around and all this other stuff that I have to clean up. So my goal one of these days now is going to be to actually look through what I have and see the stuff that I'm missing. Kind of decide if I don't have games for a certain standard or something. I'm gonna have to figure out those task cards. I'll probably end up cutting them down and storing them in there because I really want to just use that whole container for my Math the Room, which Math the Room is where I've showed it before in my previous vlogs, but putting up the little sticky clips, and that's one of my centers where that's basically my word problem center because task cards basically have word problems on them. So I just want that to be filled with every standard ready to go. I have a couple of them, but I don't have all of the ones I need. So if you guys know of a good 3rd grade math task card bundle, let me know down below. Or just different standards in general. It doesn't have to be a bundle because I do have area and perimeter. What I don't have is customary measurement one, since this one had a metric measurement one. So just let me know if you guys have any favorites. So those last 2 bundles were so much easier than I thought. So I can go ahead and check off Games for Gains and Blair Turner. And I can also check off that I made my bed. And now I'm going to take the time to run to Target to see if they have those erasers. So no luck at Target. I'm kind of tired of going back and forth, so maybe those erasers just are not meant to be for me. I'm currently in the process of making lunch because time got away from me, so I'm gonna have to eat lunch before I go to the gym today because I'm really hungry. But I'm just roasting Brussels sprouts and that's it. That kind of like fills me. And I eat like a lot of them. Some people might not think that's good, but whatever. It's just how I roll. Someone keeps asking me what I eat in a day. So this morning I made a russet potato, the brown one. I just cut it up into little cubes and I cook it in the oven for 25 minutes. And that was with salt and pepper and spray on the pan, not oil. And then when I cook my omelet, I do the spray, and then it's just 2 eggs. And right now I'm out of my non-fat cheese. So I just have 2 eggs and a couple of the sweet peppers. I cut those up and throw those in there, and I put hot sauce on it. And I noticed my meals, I have a different hot sauce for every time of the day. So for breakfast, it's Texas Pete. And then for lunch, normally I'll eat my ground turkey with the taco seasoning that I make. Just like chili and cumin and onion powder and salt and pepper and red pepper flakes and actual garlic and corn and black beans, which are also 0 points. I don't cook those, but I throw them in the bowl, and then I use Ortega taco sauce. That's my hot sauce choice at lunch. And then for like an after dinner snack is normally when I make Brussels sprouts, but I have some and we're trying to save money, and so that's just what I'm gonna eat for lunch right now. And I put sriracha on my Brussels sprouts. I cook them, I roast them as well in the oven for 15-ish minutes. I used to do it long, but then they started burning. So they don't need to really cook that long. I like them still kind of like raw, just with like a crisp to them. I do salt, pepper, and thyme. And then I just squirt sriracha all over it because I love hot sauce. My breakfast and lunches typically stay the same. Dinner is what I change up, and dinner is what I save my most points for. So like sometimes I'll have Panera, and there I get French onion soup and the Asian sesame chicken salad, and that's like with a baguette. So with the roll, I don't deprive myself. So let's see, because I had that yesterday. So my whole Panera order, including butter and the French baguette, is 17 points, and I get 28 in a day, 29 in a day right now, because I went up because I gained 4 pounds. I've been feeling really good lately, but the truth is I have not lost weight. I haven't changed on the scale since April, but I feel good, and I always look in the mirror at myself and I feel confident, and everything's fitting me differently. So yeah, Panera would be 17 points, and then a potato in the morning is usually like 5 points. So that leaves me with enough left over to have like a nice little dessert. That's why I like to eat 0 point stuff throughout the day, because then at night I can really be satisfied. I can even like cook up salmon right now if I wanted to, but I'm too lazy at the moment. But I would totally do that with lemon and butter, and that would turn a 0 point meal into a 5 point meal because butter. So I'll probably try to either edit a video right now or just catch up on Army Wives, because I have been watching Army Wives since before school ended, and I'm almost done with that series, which is kind of sad because I like it. It is really hard to watch sometimes. Like I told you guys last time, I need happy shows, and you guys have been recommending some. I just went to the gym, that's why I changed, and all of my laundry from my trip and other laundry that I kind of had is being washed. So I feel like I've gotten so much accomplished today, and I'm really happy. And now I'm about to start something else. So I checked the mail, and my ink is a little dented, but last time I had to wait for my ink because my computer was disconnected. HP is on top of their game. They know I'm being a printing madhouse right now. So already got my new inks ready to go, and I haven't even run out yet. So this is how reliable they are. Link for a free month is always down below if you don't believe me on how great this really is. Hey guys, another day, another t-shirt, another hair in a ponytail. Does anyone else's hair get really like greasy if they shower at night? Like I showered last night and it's like 10 a.m. if you sleep with wet hair, that is, and the rest of it is like a thick madness. This is if I don't brush my hair and I run my fingers through it. That's what happens, the poof. I just showed on my Instagram story the things I bought at Target yesterday, because I went to 4 Targets yesterday. I went to one of them twice, and I just went back to my Target today because I found these really amazing bins that I haven't seen anyone post about. So I wonder if my Target still hasn't put them out yet. I don't know, but they're beautiful and they're amazing, and they need to be in everyone's lives, because these are the best book bins like I've ever seen for picture books. I'm ecstatic. Look at that shape. It's like tall in the back, so it'll hold up those books, but then it comes down in the front so that you could see the books, but it's still like high enough on the front where it's like beautiful. Oh my goodness, guys. So I got 2 pink ones and 2 yellow ones, because these are the only pink book bins I'm going to have in my library as of right now, and I needed to tie it into what I already have. So I got 2 of a color that I already have. I'm really excited about these. And then I just bought more pocket charts, 2 for my reading and 2 for my math. I have 2 red ones already. This is where I put like my vocabulary cards on my bulletin boards, but I don't know if I wanted nice fresh new ones. They're only $3. We'll see. I just bought them because they were there and I don't want them to be gone. And then I got purple ones for my Candyland board, because the pink they had was just the calendar pocket chart, unfortunately. And then I got socks, I think is what is in here. Oh no, this is fake ink joy pens from Big Lots. Not gonna talk about that. I got the paper socks and I got the pencil socks, because how often do you see things like this, especially the pencils? They're adorable. $1. So currently I am going through all my math centers and pulling out my task cards because if you saw in my previous clips, they are too big for my photo cases, so I need to trim them down. And my boyfriend wants me to clean up this mess, so we're gonna do that for him. All right, so it's 11:30. I don't actually know when I started, but here's my scraps. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 task card, no, 6 task card sets. I have NF1, I labeled the back of the cards, OA8, OA3, OA9, MD7, and MD3. And this is the reason some people may like Scotch lamination better. This happens occasionally, but I also like rush when I laminate. All the cards fit. I didn't cut them like perfectly. I just literally took my scissors and cut a strip off and didn't care if it was straight, just did it to be done with it. And so those are all ready to go. So I think what I'm gonna do is write down the standards I have and see what I need to look for. I definitely need to look for some kind of addition and subtraction task cards. I feel like this is not enough for what I want to use this for. This is one of my main centers. It's basically like my word problem center, but I just put the task cards up around the room. So the task cards that I have right now are super basic, and I'm thinking of buying this bundle, but I probably will wait until a sale goes on because obviously I don't need it right away. But she literally has every single standard, and this is the type of thing I'm looking for. So my thing is flashing 0 minutes. I don't know why. I think I'm out of memory card space. Hey guys, so I haven't picked up the camera to vlog in quite some time. I got my shelves hung over there. That's a random family on my wall. I have to change that picture. I love those shelves. Okay, so I came on here to say, first of all, that I've been laminating like a mad woman. Like, let me just show you my couch here. Like this, there is so much stuff here that I can't even. Most of this is task cards for reading that I've gathered from a bunch of different places. And then on the bottom, I have Michelle's monthly writing prompts. So yes, I've started ELA prep. I will link everything down below that I have there. Obviously, I can't really speak from experience because I have not used this stuff before. So it seems great, so I'll let you know what it is. But thinking about reading and writing, I feel like there's not that much prep that you really need to do. So all those task cards, I don't know how I'm going to use them. I don't know when I'm going to use them, but I just thought now is the time to make them. So I printed everything out yesterday, laminated it all today somehow. I'm going to cut it out eventually, I guess. I have this bundle on my wish list for math task cards for every standard that I really want, but I haven't bring myself to purchase it yet because it's $28 and I already have so much. Like I've said in previous vlogs, Math the Room, which is my task cards, is a big center that I really like, and I want word problem task cards. I'll probably be purchasing that soon. I won't be buying much more for my classroom. I've gone over budget at this point, but there was never really a budget, let's be honest. So I came on here, the real reason I came on here is because I bought different clip art today, or no, I bought different clip art a while ago, and this is from Thistle Girl Designs. This is what I used for my clip chart way back when. So if you have, I'll post a picture right here actually from my Instagram, but my clip chart that I made a while ago has all of this on it. I purchased her Classroom Helpers pack, and all of her old designs are now $1. She has her own website, look up Thistle Girl Designs. I'll leave it down below. But I bought the Classroom Helpers. I love this clip art so much more. The only problem is I can't sell it. So I won't be able to put this on my TPT, but if you're interested in this product, it is in my store with different clip art. So what am I talking about? I am talking about my life classroom jobs. There is a larger card that just says classroom careers, and I used the word career because in life it's called career cards. So I have this one cut out, and above it I have this thing that says that's life, and I already have all of that made, and I already had all of my old cards made, but I redid them. I really like this clip art a lot more. There were a lot more options. My clip art I used before, I didn't have exact like line leaders. I didn't have a real table washer. So I just like this better. So these are supposed to be modeled after the life career cards, obviously. And I'm going to put Velcro here and here. And I have numbers. That leaves room for 2 kids for each job. They had this cute little caboose guy, so how could you deny him? I just want to make sure I have a wide variety of diverse children. I'm going to print these out right now and get them prepped, since I did have them prepped and they're in my classroom, but since I want to remake them, I'm gonna remake them. Maybe I'll give my other ones away. I'm gonna do this now. I also just bought the interactive language wall pieces from Hello Fifth. This is the sentence study board that I'm really excited for. This is how I plan to implement grammar, so the kids can come up and physically move the labels. Grammar is not a big thing at my school. I want to make it a thing in my classroom, so I just want to have this available as something for us to use. And I'm not going to use all the pieces. I'm obviously going to use the simplest pieces, introduce new ones as we go. I'm going to use like a mentor sentence for the week, and we are just going to manipulate it with these pieces as our kind of brain break starter for writing. I hope that makes sense. So I'm gonna print all this stuff out, and I might touch base in a little bit.